Every episode of Good Sauce is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
We know Mo always throws the best events, and he's got one right around the corner.
Saturday, July 12th, it's all happening. That's right, he's having another family skate-a-thon. These events are always a blast.
It's at the Cimarron Skateway, Saturday, July 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's our favorite price point. Free! Free great music and surprises and free Mo merch. He'll be there to support you when you need him. So if you're injured on the go,
Just call Mo.
We did it!
baby!
Kind of sound like Plankton. Welcome to Good Sauce, episode 58.
Sure.
I can't feel my face right now.
It's the goodest of sauces.
It's the goodest of sauces. This is going to be a banger of an episode.
The spicy one.
I feel like it's going to be brutally honest, but let's just get this part out of the way. How you guys doing? My name's Ross Padgett. That is Joel Warren.
Hey, yeah, we're talking like this week.
And just feels right. That is Nico Renedo.
I just want to say a good hello to everyone and their friends and family.
Jolly good hello.
Yeah,
Lost confidence halfway through. We all
I
felt
did.
it.
I really crashed on that one.
And then we also have a special guest, Jon Arce. To be honest with you, is just a childhood friend who needed to pick up his wallet because he left it at my house a couple of days ago.
And we were like, guess what? You're on the pod again.
You're on the pod.
This is what, your third time?
I think it's my third time.
Let's
Hey, everybody.
Bringing it back. Hey,
He is the
Whoa.
fourth. He is referred to as the fourth member of the pod.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
the time.
Some
on the-
people
on
just
this podcast.
some people just got it, you know?
Yeah.
John,
You got it.
you got it. Some may say you're working on it. I am not one of those people.
Who's saying?
Moving on.
So many people are saying that. We're always like, no, he's got it already.
Yeah. All the people know.
That's the man.
Everybody knows.
This is a celebratory episode. This feels like I have just everything off our shoulders.
Yes, just to update everybody, Ross and I have completed our run at the Orlando Fringe.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. It was a blast.
It was a blast.
It was exhausting. Neither of us are really here at this moment.
I do not know where I am
Yeah.
right now.
There's a bit of a euphoric relief where I'm numb.
It's the closest thing that I will have to giving birth.
Okay.
It's that post-show high.
Yeah.
That's different than what he said. He's comparing this to labor?
I'm not
You just
saying-
went through 2 weeks of labor is what you're saying?
I did not say how close it was to giving birth.
You just said it was your closest.
It's the closest that I think I have.
Like people who live in Alabama might be as close as they'll ever get to Cuba. They're just not that close to Cuba.
Exactly.
Got it.
Right? So there's no line crossed.
Yeah.
I'm still very far away.
I'm still helping justify
yeah.
the claim.
So with that said, it's exactly the same
Same
thing.
as childbirth. Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Basically, we had a baby.
No, it was just that it kind of felt like that. And then we got to show the world the baby.
Just because it was like sweaty and kind of uncomfortable.
Well, it's a months thing, a lot of work. In hindsight, now that it's done, it was a lot of work. Let me just throw away, childbirth is way harder. I sat shotgun to it and gnarly. This was fun and a creative endeavor, but creative endeavors, anything that's worth doing, it has a level of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And however, big of a sacrifice is what you put into it, you're in control of that. And now that it's done, I can fully recognize that I am kind of happy that it is in the rear view. It's nice to go back to regular life.
It weren't easy.
Oh.
But I got to say, a lot of people that were at the show, I know, listened to this because they told me. So shout out. Thank you for showing up.
And that's why I wanted to open up talking about the Fringe Festival. First of all, thank you to that mortgage guy, Don.
Yes, that mortgage guy, Don, who came to the show. It was awesome. It's one thing to have people who support what you're doing. It's another thing when they like show up and high five you. And both of our great sponsors, that mortgage guy, Don, who was on last week, and Mo DeWitt,
Injured on the go, just call Mo. We
That's
say it all
right.
the time, but like it's another thing.
And he just called.
Joel's right.
He just came to our show.
They walked that talk of they showed up, they had a blast. If you saw the show, thank you so much. And if you're still confused on what Fringe is, that's more of a you thing than a me thing.
Yeah, we keep talking about it.
Yeah, it's a theater festival where you buy tickets to go see all these local and sometimes traveling artists that make this their full-time thing. A lot of people, I've heard this said before, it's like a modern-day vaudeville.
Okay.
Yeah, have you ever heard that?
No. I mean, I get it, but
It's like
I haven't.
a more artsy.
What's the OG Maudeville? I don't know what that is.
Vaudeville, it's like
Vaudeville.
old. I mean, I'd have to look up the exact, like the heyday of vaudeville, but it was a theater entertainment, and it was like variety acts. Just something for everyone. I mean, there's
cool.
a long history of that too.
So the
And
Fringe.
kind of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Fringe.
So a traveling. Okay, you know what's a perfect example of vaudeville is the show that you saw in HBO that you got me to watch, where it was also a book and it had a bunch of kids and they were all
Station 11.
Station 11.
Oh, okay.
Very vaudeville.
Okay,
Bang. I can speak Renedo.
That's
so they're
great.
like a traveling acting troupe.
Yes.
Is it a circus? No.
No.
It's not a circus. Take that back. Take it back.
It could be anything. It could be a dance. It could be a musical act. It could be a comedy act. It was just like when live entertainment was the only entertainment. This is pre-television.
And it's an
Cool.
absolute.
And they did travel. I mean, honestly, I used to work at a theater in Eustis that was across the street from train tracks. And that's why it was a good theater for the old vaudeville circuit, because they would, train it. They'd go around the country and play different theaters. And that, if you wanted something to do on a Friday night, you bought a ticket to the show.
That's sick.
A
man.
group of people were running trains throughout America.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the takeaway.
That is the takeaway, and it is an honor to keep up with that legacy.
Yes.
To play any role.
That's why we rode Sunrail every single time in the vaudevillian tradition of rail travel. Ross and I are purists.
It's I knew going into this episode, it's like this is going to be a relief. So that it's over. That we wrote 10 sketches. It feels great to go back to podcast world.
It does
have this already feel like it skyrockets back up on the priority list, if I'm being brutally honest.
And if I'm being brutally honest, I have to point out something that's more for our listeners rather than our watchers that may be on YouTube, is that you are literally still wearing your pajamas.
I have no underwear on, and you know what? I don't think I'm going to wear underwear for the remainder of recording these podcasts.
You're
unless
going
we
full
have a
Charles,
guest.
Bro,
Charles
I don't-
Barkley? Are you going Charles?
Yeah, there's a button that's keeping me and you guys away from not a lot of eye contact. No underwear. If it's pajamas, you're not going to put underwear underneath pajamas.
That is totally acceptable to put underwear underneath pajamas.
It's overkill.
No, it's not.
It grabs the best part of pajamas and then throws them away.
I don't know.
I just think you're better than that.
I have my Fringe top 5 moments.
Let's hit it with a gong.
Gong me. Gong me.
Also, thanks for letting me know we're doing lists. I have just nothing.
Well, I don't know. Sorry.
I'll counter yours with an improvised list.
Yeah.
We'll go 1 for 1.
So, my Fringe top 5 moments was, and this is going to sound, that I put a little bit of thought and wanted to rank my 5th favorite moment.
I had to put a little bit of thought and put pants on today. So let's see what you came up with.
The festival ending. The relief, literally what we were just talking about, was the conclusion of it all. Winning patrons pick, doing an 8th show. When you sell the most amount of tickets in your venue, you get the option of doing an extra show on Monday.
1 more for the peeps.
1 more for the homies, 1 more for the OGs, which we did.
Also, our homie show included your son.
Yes, which is
I don't mean to spoil the list that I didn't know about.
but it's
But
fine.
clearly I didn't know about it, so I'm sorry if I did.
But number four, first.
I guess we skipped my turn, but go ahead.
Do you have a number 5?
I was going to go with the pizza. that they were serving in the
Dude.
lawn.
Gas?
Gas.
Solid number 5.
It's like a brick oven. You get a char on the bottom.
Ooh.
This is
I'm talking high level
it set up.
pizza. They also had an efficient ordering system set up. It was like off of an iPad, so no face to face. The first time you see a human, they're handing you your finished pizza.
I saw that place and I was wondering if it was like safe because they had a full blown fire up in that food truck.
I'll tell you what,
Like,
it
was
didn't taste safe. It tasted
huge.
too good to be safe.
It was. I
Tasted
had
like a fire hazard.
Joel's onto something. It was the only pizza. This is gonna sound like I'm just making it up for the joke, but I remember
I wasn't.
the second time I got the pizza. Right, I got the pizza 3 separate nights: pepperoni, balsamic glaze, and every time I bit it, not every time. The second time I got it, it made me think of the Ninja Turtles.
Too hot.
Oh, wow.
No, it just made me think like, dude,
cheesy?
the cheese, it was a cartoonish bite. And I legit thought like, dude, this is a cartoonish bite. And then I thought of the Ninja Turtles taking a bite of pizza. That's how good that pizza was. It transformed me into the sewers.
I mean, there's 4 of us here. Which Ninja Turtle are you?
I don't like the answer to it.
Come on.
I on the outside, I'm Michelangelo. On the inside, I think I'm Raph.
Whoa.
So which one is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, so answer the question.
I don't know. That's the
I have a
Raph
clear one.
Then hit it. John is up first.
I'm Donatello all day, dude.
Donatello.
The purple guy, right?
Yeah.
Donatello
yeah,
is
yeah.
purple guy's staff.
You're both
yeah,
staff.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
staff.
All right. I want to go nunchucks. I'll go Michelangelo. I don't think I'm Raph, but I also have a Raph. I have a Raph side of me.
You do have a Raph side of you, but you can only be one turtle at a time.
Yeah.
You're Michelangelo. I'll go last. Renedo.
Oh, man.
It's 50.
Are you done? No.
So
you're not.
growing up, I moved around a lot, right?
Yeah,
So
this is about your youth.
when my
Hell,
when
this
I-
is-
Let him
no.
Let him
No,
cook.
let him
I know.
preach.
I'm
Let him
okay,
cook and
my
preach.
bad. You're right.
so when Ninja Turtles were big for me, I remember not having 4 friends.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now I don't look too mean, right?
Now it's-
this is where he took it.
So, yeah, I think I glazed over Ninja Turtles as a kid. I like them; they're cool, but
Yeah.
I don't know enough about their personalities and their colors.
You're
and
saying
their
you don't identify
weapons.
as a turtle. Or any of the 4.
I'm the Splinter. I'm Splinter.
I have no regrets. I have no regrets pressing him in the beginning.
Wait, no, not no, okay.
pressed
Wait,
my
hold on.
case.
You
Wait, hold on, hold on.
You picked their
It's
dad.
Splint- No. Okay, then I
picked
picked the
their
wrong
rat-
guy. I picked the wrong guy. Then I thought Splinter was the bad guy. What's the guy with the metal?
Shredder.
Shredder, dude. I'll be the bad guy.
I just want to go ahead and say Ross was right. Ross,
a sad story.
You know what? You get your both turtles of your split personality now.
Yeah, you can
Thank
take
you.
one. 'cause
Yeah,
I
You're
don't-
both of them.
But if some,
I'll take
but
the leftovers
I
and
think I
he's our-
have 3 friends now. I'm down to run. They
Number
keep making-
4. Number 4 favorite Fringe memory this year was the first Friday that we performed our show. Our opening night was Wednesday. We did our second show on a Friday, and it was, getting the first one kind of not out of the way, but experiencing it.
Yeah.
And then the second Friday justified all the hard work of going, we weren't crazy. Because
I think the first night was the first date with the girl you end up marrying,
yeah,
but it was still the first date. There were jitters. There was an awkward handhold. There was a kiss at the end. It was still a great night, but it was more about, I can't wait for the second date. And then that second date, game on.
it was.
We were in love.
And there are times in this comedy game for me, hell, this podcast, anything, any creative endeavor, entertainment-based endeavor that we do, which is going to happen a lot more. There are times I will hang my hat on it at certain parts and go, if this doesn't work, I'll quit. Because if it doesn't work, then I'm crazy and delusional. I'll just get into woodworking or something.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think that's why Nick Offerman dabbles in both.
if it doesn't work,
Just in case.
and Friday that night, I found out, not crazy, not
Yeah.
delusional.
Canceled the woodworking classes that night.
Yeah. It was.
No fallback needed.
It felt great.
Yeah, and it was so funny because and for the people who came, it was different every single night, and it was, I think, more different each night than it was last year. We did 10 sketches last year. These were 10 different ones, but I think the audience decided the evening more this time. So for anybody who was there, regardless of which night, thank you for being there, because you pretty much dictated how the whole night went.
You got a fourth on your list?
Yeah, absolutely. I would like to shout out all the people who brought their dogs inside at the
You could
Fringe.
do that?
No.
Oh.
But they did.
All right.
I saw like 6 indoor dogs. No vest. These were not professional dogs. These were purely amateur dogs.
Yeah.
And I just respect, but they were well behaved. I like when dogs are around, and I find that at the Fringe, everyone's just so nervous about offending anyone, and they kind of let you be who you are. We also saw sugar gliders.
Yep. That was fun.
We saw sugar gliders that saw our show, and we took pictures with
If
them.
you don't know what a sugar glider is, it's not a drink. It's like a small little flying muskrat.
Flying
Yeah.
squirrel.
It's
flying
an
thing.
adorable little animated flying muskrat.
If you really want to know what it looks like, stretch your nuts out.
Yeah, seriously, it's like a rodent bat wing.
It's a rodent. But they're cute. But they're cute. But they're cute.
But they're cute.
I think rodent bat wing might be the name of this episode right now.
There was my third. You know, I'm gonna change my third, but it'll be an honorable mention. But the bank robber line that Joel wrote a perfect line, and I got to ride the high of a 10 out of 10 joke 8 times in a row, and I am just filled with gratitude. But that I am changing my third because you just reminded me there, and I haven't told you this. I didn't talk to you about this before the podcast. This is a very emotional thing.
Okay.
On one of our shows, I think it was the Sunday show, which was slammed. And one of the reasons why it was slammed is last night, Joel, I found out we were one of 17 shows in the festival that signed up for audio description.
Oh, yeah.
17 shows.
Out of like 100 and something.
And I'm not patting myself. I'm just letting you know that
We may have accidentally signed up.
we may have said yes to some we didn't even know about. I don't even remember the question, but
I believe
like I'm
the
not trying to
actual-
white knight get credit,
Yeah.
but it was just a shocking small amount of shows that did this feature for people who are hard of hearing.
Right. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah.
And
I believe it was actually for people who can't see.
it was both. Everyone was there. It
Yeah.
was the whole community. And I was talking to one of the guys who walked up to me and we were talking about it.
Yeah.
And he said that we were their favorite show and that they didn't laugh like that until our show. That they were like bust out, like laugh out louding in
Awesome.
the room of the super busy Sunday show that had like 250 and it was rambunctious.
And I do have to say, there were a couple of dogs that were allowed to come in on that show.
Yeah.
I kind of have to amend my previous statement.
Yeah,
I think some of those were professional dogs. I forgot that we said that the hard of hearing and hard of seeing could come.
Yeah.
So maybe all of those dogs were legit. I'm gonna have to think of another number 4.
But when he told Joel that was the one thing you missed out on last night at the award show was that moment. That's literally why I stuck around, was for a moments like that.
Yeah.
And man, this guy like really convinced me, like, dude, we killed it with the hard of seeing and hard of hearing peeps.
That's great. And Jon, who was doing some of these descriptions that works with the Fringe, was talking to me. He came and saw our show, the show before that, so that he knew what he would be describing. And at the end, he was like, "Oh yeah, this is fun.
Yeah,
this is fun." And I think he knew that it was going to be something different for those people. And I'm glad. So yes, it's always better. That's why it's better to be inclusive. It's not a political thing. It's just a human thing. Let everybody in. Do something for everybody. It rules.
And then, when they said 17 shows, I was a little like, oh my God, dude, we're one of 17.
That's pretty rad.
And they laughed.
Yes.
I loved it.
What's your third? The Orange County History Center is the place to be this summer.
I'm looking for a camp.
Then I've got great news for you. The Adventures in History Summer Camp.
They charge by the week, and early and late care is included in the tuition.
We're talking cool things. We're talking field trips. I'm talking Central Florida Zoo visiting with animals. How about field trips to Wonderworks and the Crayola experience?
My favorite part is every camper gets a t-shirt with a huge manatee on it. Also coming up around the corner is Father's Day. And on Father's Day, all dads get into the Regional History Center for our favorite price. Free! Bring your dad, get some history. TheHistoryCenter.org.
Oh, but say it like Optimus Prime.
TheHistoryCenter.org. BOGOs on drinks in our venue.
BOGOs on the heavy nine.
BOGOs on drinks, bro.
9
I was there one day.
last-
I did not
Yeah,
get
you missed
BOGOs
out,
on drinks.
bro. You
You
missed
didn't
out.
know the bear huggers? You were getting BOGO bear
Everything.
huggers?
Yeah, bro.
Anything in a can was
Get
BOGO.
out of here. All right.
Except, you know what was hilarious?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wild.
I went up. No, dude, this is funny. I
was a
went
good
up
one.
there yesterday and I said, I would like a beer. And he goes, oh, the beers are BOGO. I was like, oh, I know, go. And give me 2 beers. And I go, and a Diet Coke for my son. And he goes, I can only sell the Diet Coke as a mixer. We don't have enough.
Oh,
I wasn't even allowed to buy it. I was like, can I just get a Diet Coke and tequila with tequila on the side?
Like, I'm the talent.
Do you know who I think I am? I'm Ann Joel.
I'm Angel.
second.
I tell people that all the time. Do you remember last year on the artist pass you had to write your name and mine just said Ann Joel?
That's great. Second favorite memory, and this was a absolute riot of a time, was opening night, seeing that flashlight. I see a flashlight next to my props.
This was second night.
This was second night.
This was second night because it was actually one of our this was the Friday.
Oh, it was it? Then that Friday night.
I'll tell you why it was so good. He's about to explain it.
Yeah, it was
This is
so
why
good.
that Friday night
I don't
show
think I
was
told
so-
you this, John.
No, this is
I see a
great.
flashlight next to my props. Do you know this, Renedo?
Oh.
I told John this. Maybe I didn't tell you this, Renedo. I go ahead. I see a flashlight next to my props. I pick up the flashlight. We're all dumb dudes, right? Simple,
Mess with
curious
it.
animals. You know, when your attention is down, yeah, pick up a flashlight. What are you
Is it a
gonna do?
lightsaber?
It was a taser.
Oh.
I tased myself.
Whoa.
Like seconds before the show.
Yeah.
What?
Opening announcements are happening, and I turn on this flashlight. Bang! Just does the whole thing. I throw it. I yell, "What the?" I lose it. It was bad.
Where, on the
But-
finger? On the hand?
In the hand. The weirdest thing, I still don't even understand the functionality of this taser. The funniest part, though, no one believed me. Our tech picked it up. Joel, what'd he do?
He pushed the button and tased himself.
He tased himself, dude. 2 people.
Shout out Santiago.
Yeah.
That's why when someone says this is a taser, you should probably, like, maybe a little bit believe him.
Well, because he was telling the story and everybody's like, Ross,
That's a flashlight.
that's a flash. Well, no, first of all, we were like, no, you didn't.
Like, I don't know.
And then
That flashlight bites.
You went back and found it.
Yeah.
And then you were like, no, this thing. And then everybody still was like, you don't know how to use a flashlight. Like Ross somehow tased himself with a flashlight. And then Santiago also got zapped and we realized, wow.
Okay, it's now a taser.
Yeah,
This thing
so
is actually
It's
a taser.
dual. It still also was a flashlight, although I don't remember anybody ever
Oh,
figuring out how
wow.
to turn the light on.
yeah.
The easiest
Everyone's scared to turn the light
I mean, if you have a dual function tool and one of it's flashlight and the other one's taser, the bigger button should be flashlight.
And then
Yeah,
also,
It should not be the biggest button.
be a clear.
the thing that I still do not understand about the business model of this flashlight taser thing that
Let's
I
call it what
found.
it is, a flaser.
A flazer.
Flazer,
All
yeah.
right, this flazer is that
You got flazed so hard right before our show.
if one button is flashlight and the other button is essentially tase yourself, because I'm holding
Or a friend.
like no,
You
but
could have flazed somebody.
That's the thing that I like. I'm not putting it up against my body. I'm literally turning on the what I thought was a flashlight, and the thing just tases in my hand.
Sounds like a sick joke.
I think the best way you're supposed to use it is that you hold the flazer about a foot in front of your face. And then you push the flashlight button, which is facing your face, and you light your face up and you go, warning. One more step and I'll flaze you. And then you just dart it at their neck and you flaze them in the neck and they're down.
Riding some lightning, though. Quick review. 3 stars.
Unflazed?
Getting flazed.
You had your best show after the flash.
Best
right?
show.
It was kind of like a Celsius.
Yeah, what kind of, yeah.
Woke my ass up.
Yeah.
Got me going. It is. I could see someone, and I'm not this person, but I could see someone getting addicted to that whatever voltage that I felt.
Well, guys, just think
It was
about
a
it.
hurt so good McDonald's Sprite
some-
vibe.
Like,
you know?
we don't have the science to
someone-
prove what I'm about to say, but like, energy drinks are bad for your heart.
For sure.
Overstimulating yourself on some things is bad for you. But if you're just looking for an early morning burst of energy, flaze yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts for like a second, and then you're good.
And then you're just about to give your best. That's what Ross is essentially saying is that like his performance.
You said a second though. It was more like a 25 to 30 second experience of like.
You flazed for that long.
it
no,
numb?
Hold on to the button?
No,
I was like, are you tantric flazing?
No, I didn't.
Nobody needs to
Micro-tasing?
flaze. Endurance is not what you're looking for
Micro-flazing?
when you flaze.
I wasn't Batman Forever backup.
His skeleton's
Henchman
popping
2.
out. He's like a cartoon.
But it was a very quick, but the whole experience, like it was numb and tingling and all of that.
And they said Louis C.K. had weird kinks.
Yeah.
You found it, John?
So 27.
Yeah, it's $169 online. You can get your own taser flashlight right now.
Yeah. I don't
100. Did you keep it? We could scrap that.
I don't want to sound like an idiot, but it just really felt like there was 2 buttons on it. One of them was a flashlight. The other one was tase yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the business model of that.
Well, it's kind of like the lollipop gun. Didn't sell well.
Number 2, favorite Fringe memory.
My number 2 favorite Fringe memory was having my kids and wife there, honestly. But because my son Landon came, I think 6 out of 8 of the shows.
Yeah, he was there both times I was there.
He's like a staff member. And he kind of did that last year too. But my son Dawson, he came opening night and then one other time. And then he was like, I'm good. These people are weird. I am a soccer player. And I respect that.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, fair enough.
That segues to my number 1, and Joel I'm so happy that you were part of this memory. Number 1, on our very last show, we knew because of my son's sleep schedule, first and foremost.
Which is how we base all of our endeavors.
Yeah, I wish, because this was so much fun, because on the last show, he was in the audience.
It was an awake time.
It was an awake time. He watched, and in the second sketch, which was appropriate, I felt like that we could use him.
Mm-hmm.
I picked him up for our supermarket sketch, and he got laughs, and what was very cool.
Based on his own behavior.
Yeah,
Like, he was funny.
he did his thing,
He was wonderful.
and
I don't know. Not that there's a big audience for this, but like, if you've ever been on stage with a baby, it's a huge dice roll because no one's listening to what you're saying.
yeah,
Everyone is just looking at the baby and going, "Why did they do that?"
there's like a deer on the stage.
Yeah, a wild deer has run into the theater. Everyone's like, "Why'd they do that?"
Why-
Oh, look, a deer.
Why is Ross holding a deer?
Yeah. So some jokes hit differently,
Everyone-
but he made it electric in the room.
Half of the people go, "Is that a real deer?" That was the first thing that I picked up. I could feel.
Keep in mind,
everyone-
Ross's son is human. He's not a deer.
Yeah, not a deer,
A lot of our audience is high.
but he is a deer. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you feel me? Let me get a little cutesy with it.
All right. Go flash yourself.
So
Go blaze yourself.
that was my number 1.
I'll tell you what, my wife, you did, normally during the end of our show, we do some quick thank yous and then we do a finale. And I usually say them all because Ross, if you saw the show, you know, is almost naked at the end of our show.
Yeah.
He has to get dressed. But last night we weren't under a time crunch. And so Ross was able to speak and he gave, this is why I always tell you, if there's awards, if there's whatever, you are so genuine. Like, you guys have been friends with Ross long enough. He's good at those moments. He can go from heart to mouth, zero.
If you need to hire him at a wedding and give the best
You're
man
good.
speech,
You're really
he will
good.
do a great.
And you know me. I'm proud of myself all the time, but I know when I'm not the best.
Yeah.
And if there is an award to be won or a thing like that to be given, I just go home and say, Ross, could you please do this? So he takes the mic for the last little bit of our show last night and thanked our wives for being as patient as they were while we do all this. And
A lot of time.
Trisha was way caught off guard because you didn't. I think Olivia's maybe used to it. I don't do that kind of stuff. So when you looked at my wife in the audience and said nice things, she was like, I never cry.
Yeah.
Ross!
Listen, man.
She was like, I walk out at the end of the show and she goes, well, your boyfriend almost made me cry.
Nice.
So anyway, that was my number one.
That's a good number one.
Yeah, buddy.
That was a good Fringe. That was
Good time.
exhausting. That's man.
Thank you, Orlando Fringe. Thank you, Tempest. Thank you, everybody over there. You are one of the best things about this town.
Thank you to our sponsors again that brought 10 more sketches up off of its feet. That mortgage guy, Don, you're probably about to hear a little bit more about him in a little bit.
And Mo DeWitt,
and
the man.
Mo DeWitt, the man.
Injured on the go?
Just
Call Mo.
We'll be right back.
Ross, tell me everything you know about interest rates.
Not much.
You're going to need some help.
Who should I call?
That mortgage guy, Don. That mortgage guy, Don, has the answer to every mortgage question you can think of. He even has his own radio show about it. And you can hear that mortgage guy, Don, every Saturday at 9 a.m. right here on Real Radio.
He's been in Orlando for decades now. He's been helping Central Floridians. He's pro-local, and locals are pro-him.
Procal.
Procal. That mortgage guy, Don, is a huge supporter of everything Central Florida. He's a huge supporter of the arts. He's also a sponsor for our Fringe show, 10 More Sketches. If you have any mortgage questions, thatmortgagiguydon.com. Hit me with the jingle.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgagiguydon.com.
Oh, wow.
Sound like an old man.
That was actually me like trying to hit a note, too.
I wear a diaper like a baby.
Welcome back to another rendition. The back half. The fun times, the goofy times of a good sauce.
The back nine.
Good, yeah, the back nine.
Oh, that's what we call it now.
This is the back nine.
Bruh.
100% front nine, back nine. This is the back nine. My name is Ross Padgett. That is Joel Warren. And that is Nico Renedo.
And that's Jon Arce.
And that's Jon Arce.
Hey, how's it going, baby?
Yeah. We are here having a fun time. And the first thing that I thought was very interesting that one of you guys on the show brought up to me was a passionate hot take. Not even a hot take. Do you guys ever hear some passion in a mundane situation?
We love that. Have
All
a
the
favorite. Argue it. Fight about it.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah. So, I present you, Renedo, gong yourself. The Prince Renedo comes down the street to announce the news of an opinion.
I'm just, I think what you were referring to earlier.
No!
You gotta have Prince energy, dude.
Yeah, Prince energy, please!
Sir, yes, of course. The news that you speak of.
Oh.
All right, so everyone's talking about these. We're in Orlando. We live in Orlando, Central Florida. Shout out, local. Whoop. Mo DeWitt. Whoop. Mortgage guy Don. Foundation Records. Local. Whoop.
The whistles go.
Chris Berman.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. Anyways, so yeah, word around town, Orlando. Long lines. Epic Universe just opens up.
Lines.
Lines. I'm hearing 300, minute waits, 500-minute waits.
Reports are saying.
Yeah, my sources are saying 300 minutes.
You know what, dude? We need some Renedo news.
It's time for some NATO news.
That's what I was
Smoke
ready.
'em if you got 'em. I'll hit it.
No.
Gets me every time. But yes, so yeah, long lines. But what I'm here to say is that there is no longer line in Orlando.
Took a while, but we are here. Speak it with your chest.
No longer line in Orlando than the Wawa free air for your tire line.
You think the free air
You could go ahead and set up the Lord of the Rings trilogy and probably knock out the first one.
little portable DVD.
No, he's talking about the books.
Okay, a little book action. Okay. Hobbit included.
Probably knock out the whole first one.
You think? Wait,
Probably a good 3/4 of the second one.
here's my question: do you think it's because
you
of the
get up
number of cars or how long they're taking?
Probably a combo of both. But
I would think it's because it's free.
It is because it's free. Because if you go there, you could do 4 tires and a basketball.
So
I'm saying, like, bring everything.
yeah, no,
Like,
The other day-
get your flat balls in line.
The other day, I saw someone getting air, and then when they were done, they went inside for a drink.
Didn't move the car.
Just kept the line even. So I second.
disrespect.
I'm here to second that opinion.
Wow,
I
yeah.
think that the lines are just.
Unnecessarily.
That now, do you think that is grounds for,
fighting.
or at least
I keyed his car, and I left the Wawa and went to another Wawa. I keyed this mother.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyways,
I stole his hubcaps as well.
What kind of car was it?
freaking Escalade. Who drives an Escalade now? This is 2025.
Dude,
I wish I did that.
I know I'm getting older.
Not an old one, but an old one. But an
Old Escalade.
Yeah, like old Escalades are the
Was it
old.
an
10 mile
old
a
one?
gallon
You're right.
looking Escalade.
like
Black,
04.
so-
Little fat ass little Escalade.
When
Yeah,
Ludacris, when the one that Ludacris had.
I slept with his wife.
Yeah,
all right.
It's the weirdest revenge movie ever.
Another
You
note
waited way
about-
too long in the airline.
He's going in on the Wawa Airlines, and I love the passion in the mundane situation. That's what I love.
But
The
another cool thing
mundacity
about
of it all.
Mundacity of it all.
but yeah, no, the another great thing about Wawa though.
Talk to me.
Another note about Wawa is that I think that it's specifically designed for you to be a nicer person. If you've ever gone to a Wawa,
Is it the goose?
it is the fact that you always seem to be holding a door open for someone at like every single time.
Okay, I see what you're saying there. That's
They
another.
do have 4 doors.
They got 4 doors.
4 swinging doors to get in.
And I think I was talking to John about it earlier is that like I think they do that so that you open a door for someone, you walk into Wawa, you feel good about yourself, you want to buy things.
It builds a sense of community. You probably had to have a thank you or
Yes.
something at the beginning.
Most of the time there's a thank you. I didn't get one this
Also,
morning.
the 4-door system does preserve the air conditioning quality of the interior.
Yeah, it feels like I'm going into a bank, you know? Like
Ergonomically,
secure.
it
Like,
works.
once you get into airlock.
We're
into the
all
air-
It's
Wawa.
airlock.
Surprised there's not an ATM right then and
It's
there.
like
right in that
entering
little-
the International Space Station. You dock. You dock at Wawa. You go through the airlock, and then you hit the touch screen.
They got to see if you have like any space amoeba that makes you into Venom to fight off Peter Parker,
it's
Spider-Man.
It's for sure for sterilization.
yeah.
You don't want to know what's in that air.
On this podcast, we've achieved some like cold, hard, objective facts. We've talked about.
It's been a brutal episode.
Yeah, well, we've talked about Walgreens and how like you go to their bathroom and next thing you know you're working 9 to 5 there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used
Yeah,
to work at Walgreens, so yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Is it because you had to pee once?
Clocked right in. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
wait, I'm at work.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm not at work.
I've been working here
Hold
for
on.
6 months. That's a Walgreens thing, and I don't know. I've really grown to like it.
You go to pee, they slap a vest on you.
But it's such a cold, hard fact. Another objective fact is that when you show up to Wawa, there's a small house of mirrors before you get.
Bro, what is that all about?
There are
Airlock.
I'm in a clown house or like a mirror house.
8 total doors.
But you know what there always is also? a sneaky single back door.
Always.
Yeah.
You can go in that way, and it's then the beer closet's right on your left,
Bathroom.
bathroom right on
there.
your right.
ATM right
Like
there.
the smart people, the money, the alcohol, and the crapper are right next to each other.
Yeah, dude, you could do
The
some
business
drugs,
end,
get some-
like if you poop shoot Wawa, you're doing work.
Okay, all right. So when you brought up lines, you were talking about air pressure, free air over
Free
at
air.
Wawa. It made me think of other lines. All right.
Okay.
So I race you.
Gosh,
Oh, you got a longer line?
the town crier's back.
We shall find out if there are longer lines out there. What say you to a Costco gas? Have you ever been falling into that abyss?
Costco gas and Walmart gas are not gas.
The big.
Those lines are so long.
Yeah.
Because it's the cheapest
Yeah.
gas.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been there? Cheap gas versus free air? What drives the people more insane? What makes them more feverish?
I go pay way too much for gas just for the in and outness of it all.
Having so much fun speaking like so.
Everybody loves it when you do that voice. We get so many emails about it.
We're talking about long lines. John.
Lines are such a thing in Orlando that at work, I work at a hospital. They gave away free Chick-fil-A one day in the morning. Early in the morning. It was really weird. Chicken in the morning, I don't agree with, whatever.
Really?
Literally 8 a.m. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go down to get this
Wait.
free Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Also,
Let's go.
wait, can we
Yeah.
just delve into the no chicken in the morning thing?
yeah.
When do you think is an appropriate time? I've heard this about like beer. Never chicken.
Chicken, yeah. Chicken's like a lunch, dinner, maybe brunch.
So you're saying anything past the noon hour is pollo?
After 11. I'll give it 11 a.m.
So brunch.
Brunch.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's fair. I just wanted. We like opinions.
Yeah.
That's a funny.
Yeah,
That's a good take.
Fried chicken in the morning. I mean, good luck to your stomach and your bathroom. Whatever. So the hospital is giving away Chick-fil-A food. 8 a.m. I look to a nurse and I go, "Hey, I'm gonna go down there." They're like, "Don't go down there. There's a long queue line." I'm like, "Queue line?
Oh.
Why did you say queue line?"
You don't like Q line.
because it's a theme park thing, right?
Also
So it's like-
redundant. Well, no, it's
Makes
a.
it sound
is that
way
just a
longer
thing
than
thing?
it is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the queue, but it's. It's like saying it twice. That's like
Yeah.
saying I drive a vehicle car.
Chai
right.
Chai tea.
Yeah,
queue
it's the same thing,
line.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
but queue is like you
line.
go to the UK and it's like how long's the queue?
You're right.
But
so-
queue line.
Okay, so I didn't know.
Yeah, that's
queue.
infuriating.
Okay. Anyways, there's a very long line.
A queue.
We're all about lines in Orlando.
Queues.
You
Oh,
brought
bro.
up-
Yeah, so that's his long line. I don't know. What would you say?
Your long line is
Hospital
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
You should just
So
go to Chick-fil-A line because Chick-fil-A line it goes hard.
It was so long that I missed out on the free Chick-fil-A. I was very
waited in
pissed.
the
Oh, you
line?
were busy.
Yeah, I waited in the
Oh,
line,
man.
and then at the end, they were like, "No more Chick-fil-A. We have to give this to
the
these
sick people or
'cause
whatever."
They didn't get it yet, or something like
Wow.
It might be hacky, but I don't ever. I always find it funny of just like the joke of Chick-fil-A employees. It's nice to see a whole bunch of Christians just run through a whole bunch of lines. Yeah, like they are hard at work. And I would say
It makes me
Chick-fil-A.
wonder, like, what incentives do they have?
God, dude.
Heaven.
that. Sundays off.
The
What
ultimate.
kind of benefits they got over? Why is everybody so
Oh, the
happy?
power of
They want to
Christ.
get in.
Football
Sundays off.
every Sunday.
Yeah, no, you're totally right.
Every
They're
Sunday.
trying to get in. You know who the boss is. And it's not Craig, the manager.
It's it's Truett. How'd you do it? Truett is the name of the original Chick-fil-A founder.
Is
Kathy S. Truett.
Kathy Ass Truett? Hey, Kathy Ass Truett.
I think dude died. He's dead.
It's a guy.
Yeah, it was a guy. His name was Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
His name was Chicken? Is that what you said?
no, his name was
His name was Chicken, but they called him Kathy for short. Kathy Ass Truett.
Chicken. Cat Chicken. What about DMV? Joel, you brought up DMV. Is that
yeah.
your vote?
Well,
Oh,
DMV,
wow, yeah, that
DMV
could-
went through a huge. I don't know when the last time you went to the DMV is.
They fixed it.
They fixed it.
They fixed it.
It is now the ultimate automated will let you know it's got a system. There's huge TVs. It is still the best people watching on the planet. It is because everybody has to go there.
Like an
It
ER
looks
room.
like people are auditioning to be the new Village People.
I've always,
There's one of everything.
it feels like sad prom without music. You know,
Yeah.
like because when you're in a room that it's the size of a small gymnasium.
If any place should hire a DJ, it's the DMV.
DMVJ.
The DJ?
DMV DJ. DJMV. DJMV.
Or is DMVJ and he's a video
DMV DJ.
jockey.
Yeah.
DMV DJ.
I would sign up. I'm here for that.
On the ones and twos. Put down that crack in the back. You're in a DMV. All right, calm down.
DMV has a wild line. Chick-fil-A has a wild line, but by far the line that makes me shiver, I say,
Uh-oh. Voice is back.
is the Costco.
I would agree with you, but only during a hurricane.
No.
Oh yeah.
A hurricane is like I wouldn't even try. But
I'm not
on
getting
normal
gas in a
hours.
hurricane.
Wait. I could beat it. Worst line.
F that, dude.
Worst line because it's still old school. It's the same clientele as the DMV DJ line. Airport security.
Airport security.
MCO.
That's it, man. Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's the best line. Gong it. And then we're gonna all say it together. You start it off. Airport security.
I were saying MCO.
I did too. We all went together. That's all right.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst line.
Yeah.
All airports, they make me feel weird. I got to walk through a damn metal refrigerator that looks through my body and sees my skeleton.
Plus, at the DMV, they don't make you take your shoes off.
Yeah, and I always get frisked, and I don't know why.
Because you're
Well, are you winking?
Good-looking guy.
Yeah, are you winking?
I got nothing. There's nothing in my pockets.
Why is he winking a lot? We got a winker.
Nothing.
Winker, line 4.
There's nothing in my pockets, and you're winking at security. What? There's nothing in my pockets.
Wink.
Oh.
That is so funny to do at security is just throw one wink in.
Yeah.
Wink.
They're like, all right,
Automatic frisk.
get that guy. I don't know what it is about that guy, but just grab him. Yeah, put him off to the side with questioning.
There's something in my eye. I start crying immediately.
I travel on these cruise ships a lot for work, and I always bring a PlayStation with me, and I have to take it out of the bag, and I set it in there. That's a great time for a wink when they just see one grown man traveling with a PlayStation. Like this guy,
What time it is?
This guy in his 40s is just playing FIFA at sea,
I had this,
and that's the truth.
I had this moment where, when we came back from our honeymoon, Hawaii, I grabbed a rock.
You can't do that.
No, it was.
You can't bring anything with you back, right?
No, it was from
Well.
island to island. I didn't take anything. I don't have the rock.
And why did you do that?
Because I liked it.
You're so weird. You
saw-
brought a rock from one island to another just to have it.
You had a pet rock on your honeymoon.
I want to say.
What? Why did you do that?
Then if I know, and then it wasn't Hawaii. Then it was Portland. I promise you, I didn't.
Portland and Hawaii are the same to you?
There was just a rock. I remember getting flagged for having a rock, and it wasn't an offensive rock. I promise you.
Why would you bring a rock from Portland?
Because we like rocks. There's rocks.
Yeah, we love rocks.
What?
But like you travel,
We got rocks right here.
Sometimes you bring rocks.
and I know about the Hawaii rock law. Rule.
Big rule.
Oh, you can't take him?
Everywhere in Hawaii.
You can't take anything.
You can't take anything from Hawaii. You're supposed to leave.
And you can't bring anything in.
Oh,
You might
can't.
ruin it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
There's no
That's
snakes.
sick.
Yeah,
There's no snakes. In
none.
There's no snakes in Hawaii.
Isn't that cool?
You ever think about it like that, boys?
I've never been less afraid of an island.
Yeah. There's a lot of not things over in Hawaii, and one of them is not my rock. Okay?
Yeah. No, that is still there because you couldn't bring it back.
I don't know if I used the right grammar there, but you know what I meant.
It's on the wrong island.
Who
You,
knows? Yeah.
I followed all.
so you ripped this pet rock away from its family, transported it to another island where it doesn't know any of the rocks.
I got flagged
We-
with a rock in a bag,
Did they?
and
Well, you could see
What
why.
happened?
dude, I forgot.
That's a weapon.
Did they take your rock?
Oh,
Well, yeah, they took your rock. Yeah.
Yeah, you could bludgeon someone.
Yeah.
They probably thought you were a terrorist. Like a hippie terrorist. It's like this guy has an acoustic weapon to bludgeon.
Oh man, I don't even know where I was going with that. I don't know. It was well,
Airports, rocks, lines. Yeah.
You know, tale as old as time.
All right, if you had to rank the to summarize lines here in Orlando, you had to rank the longest ones here, right?
yeah.
I think right now, that Forbidden Journey, or sorry, not Forbidden Journey, the new Harry Potter one.
Oh.
The new Harry Potter one, I think, is hard, goes hard. 500 minutes, right? That's crazy.
500 minutes?
It just got longer in the last 2 minutes.
Someone's waiting. What is that? 8 hours for a
Oh,
ride?
that's what I heard.
Isn't that longer than the park hours?
Bruh.
That's what I heard.
Bro, you can do a lot in 8
That's
hours.
what I heard. I mean, it's
That's
thing.
the word.
I heard people
That's
are
the
going
word.
in and waiting in the line, and they kick them out before it's even on.
Oh my.
And then it
what I
breaks.
I heard people who just live there in the actual homes. You.
Yeah, I heard 500 days.
Yeah. I heard there's 385 people living in the Ministry of Magic.
I heard
Let's start this rumor.
I heard that
Let's really get into it.
I heard that people are waiting in line so that their kids can ride it
Yeah.
later in life.
Yeah, grandchildren.
They're waiting in line for a future generation.
It's like a Packers season ticket pack.
Yeah.
And or a Yankees one. Like you gotta, pass it down.
And everyone who
Can't
gets
just get
off,
'em.
everyone gets off the ride is like, worth it. That's like 25 years later.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I have heard that is like the best ride ever.
Yeah.
I haven't been on it.
I haven't been there at all.
I did the queue. The queue is great.
The queue, he says
line?
now. Now he says the
A
queue.
little wink.
And then
Uh,
he's winking at me.
Let's just say at the end of that queue, you got your chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going Costco gas as the longest line.
Okay.
That might be. Yeah.
There's one thing though that we wanted to do. I wanted to do on this episode, and I think we can do this, right? I'm pretty sure I wanted to prove to all the people, all of our podcast listeners, that there is a sketch show. That we did it. So I wanted to end today's episode with us doing one of the sketches.
Oh,
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
That is the sound that we will be using for this little audio adventure. What's up, Renedo?
I was just trying to fix my pants and hit the button.
So now you're beating yourself up.
Common issue. Common issue.
Gotta watch where you fix
This
your
has
pants.
been a heavy fringe talk episode, but there's one sketch that I was like, oh man, that just works in any audio format, any video format, and I think it's a fun time. And John, start us off.
Okay. So, 6'2" Ross Paget. 6 foot. I don't know what we're starting. What are we starting? The show?
You doing like a basketball intro?
That's what I went.
no, keep
I
it
went
going.
basketball intro.
No, keep it going. I'm 5'10" and a half.
5'10", Joel
And a half.
and a half, hailing from Scotland via boat 2 days ago.
Oh,
They're going to do
Mortal
an
Kombat?
epic. It's going to be an epic show that's happening in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
did you find everything all right, sir?
I did. And man, you guys really take care of these stores. They're always so immaculate.
It's where shopping is a pleasure.
Yeah, that's great.
I like to say it.
So how much were those eggs?
$13.99.
$13.90. Okay, that stings.
Yeah, eggs are having a year. Everything's more expensive. People keep saying it's inflation.
Inflation.
Yeah.
How much was that ham?
$42.99.
$42.99. When did ham get so expensive?
It's $1 a sheet.
And that's because
I mean, also it's boar's head. That's a big time BOGO.
BOGO. That's a good thing for me. That's buy one get one.
Oh no, it doesn't mean that anymore. We changed it. It's better only get one.
Okay.
Oh, eggs are $15.99.
It increased in price?
Yeah,
Why?
inflation.
How fast are we inflating?
Pretty quick. You could save $10 on the ham if you join our Super Saver program.
Is that free?
Yeah, it's free. We just need your deepest, darkest personal information, direct access to your banking account, or I can get your DNA through a cotton swab.
I'm not giving you any of my personal information.
Oh, okay, cotton swab guy. I'm in your mouth. Got it. You're good on that.
Oh my God. Oh, did I at least save $10 on the ham?
You save $10 on the ham.
How many people save $10 on the ham?
Everybody saves $10 on the ham.
How much were those Jimmy Dean sausage croissants?
Oh, those Jimmy Deans will cost you. Hold still. I'm getting. Hold still. I'm taking blood. Oh, those Jimmy Deans will cost you a half an ounce of blood. And I got it. You're good on those.
God, when did food start costing blood?
Oh, eggs are $5
Hell yeah, eggs are $5.
each. $5 an egg.
$5, that's $60 for a dozen of eggs.
Wow, that was really fast math.
How much? Frosted Flakes don't cost that much. They never have, they never will.
They do right now. 2 gold bars. Yes, they do.
And that's because of inflation.
That's because of tariffs.
Is it bad that I don't know what tariffs are?
It means those flakes were frosted somewhere else. That's why the price is so terrific.
But what about the produce? That's grown here in the States. How much do the tangerines cost?
A barrel of oil.
The strawberries?
A month's supply of insulin.
The milk?
A heart of the ocean.
The heart of the ocean?
Yeah, it's like a fictional blue diamond. It was featured heavily in the film Titanic. It's my favorite part it's featured is in the sexiest scene in the film, in my opinion, where an older Rose chucks it off of a boat, not the Titanic, but a research festival. She's like,
That's your sexiest scene in Titanic?
oh yeah, grandmas are my kink.
Just tell me the final bill.
Okay, we got 6 bison pelts, 2 barrels of oil, half a month's supply of insulin, the oil, and the ability to buy and afford a home.
Shopping has not been a pleasure.
Would you like to round up to help the poor?
Sure.
I'll put that on a gift card. There's 55 cents back at you, sir.
No, I wanted to round up to give to the poor.
You did.
Oh, it's me. And that is an episode 58 banger.
Banger.
There it is.
That's a fun entertainment ending right there. We had a good time.
It was a golf foursome of a morning.
Have a blast. I hope that was, I hope you got a good laugh.
Trying to play some golf though.
I'm
You're dressed for it.
yeah, let's do it.
We're trying to play golf. I hope you're trying to play golf. Ross is still wearing his pajamas. Happy life, everybody.
Happy
Wives
life.
and mothers, shout out.
My name's Ross. That's Joel. That's Nico Renedo.
Yep.
That's John. And that's episode 58 of Good Sauce. Bye.
Bye.
Every episode of Good Sauce is brought to you by personal injury attorney Mo DeWitt.
Injured on the go?
Just call Mo.
We know Mo always throws the best events, and he's got one right around the corner.
Saturday, July 12th, it's all happening. That's right. He's having another family skate-a-thon. These events are always a blast.
It's at the Cimarron Skateway, Saturday, July 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's our favorite price point. Free, 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 free great music and surprises and free Mo merch. He'll be there to support you when you need him. So if you're injured on the go,
Just call Mo.